I crossed over. And inexplicably, he even had a rebellious system tied to him. The system ignored the demands of me, the master. Yet he always fulfills every request of the female lead and the second male lead. The female lead confesses to me with deep affection. Chen Mo, what I love most is you. If I trick you into going out, you'll get hit by a car and thrown away. As a result, the female lead is hit and thrown by an out-of-control car. Offline on the spot, the second male lead acts pitiful toward the female lead. I am an orphan. She never experienced anyone's affection growing up. He doesn't have long to live either. I only hope you can stay by my side for the last part of my life. Thus, the boy's parents, who were on vacation, were struck dead by a sudden bolt of lightning. He also received a big cancer gift package. Wake up. I actually crossed over. And in his mind, he even had something called a system. The system said to me, this is a novel world. And I am the male lead of this book. The system's purpose is to help me change my fate. I get it. I love reading novels the most. People like me even have the nickname, Heaven Bombardment. What can you do for me? You are the male protagonist of this world. Everything here depends on your presence. So I can help you make your wishes come true. Is there any necessary connection between the two? I shook my head. Forget him. I was attracted by the system's wish to fulfill my wish. He immediately made a wish. I want financial freedom. Ding is outside the scope of the plot and cannot be realized. I want 100 million people outside the scope of the plot and can't be realized. 10 million, 1 million, 10,000 yuan each. Ding is outside the scope of the plot and cannot be realized. I asked the system for the rules. Renewing the contract again. I want the female lead to be devoted to me. Always love me alone. I didn't catch it clearly, so I'll say it again. I said it many times. The system always says this one sentence. At that moment, I suddenly realized this was a fake system. No way. I reorganized the plot. I don't know if I don't see it. I was shocked to see it. This male lead is just too pitiful. In the story, I fully support my wife's company. Everything was fine at first. Out of nowhere, a white moonlight suddenly appeared. After that, it was me. The emotional entanglements among Shen Yue, Gu Cheng, and the other two. I saw Shen Yue abandon me again and again for Gu Cheng. He accused me and humiliated me for him. I saw Gu Cheng with the most childish lies. Time and again, he snatched Shen Yue away from me. I saw myself heartbroken again and again. Time and again, despair and collapse. Time and again, self-healing. Then, as always, he loved Shen Yue. She was hurt by him again and again. I saw him repeatedly saying he loved me. But because of Gu Cheng's childish lies, without hesitation he took my life. Until after I die. Only then did he suddenly understand. Kneeling before my grave, he wept bitterly. Say you have everything, but lost love. I saw him imprison Gu Cheng as his plaything. He said he would torment him for life. Atone for my sins. After reading it, I almost spat up the leftover rice. It's disgusting. A person's true value. Definitely not wholeheartedly serving another person. The other person will not be grateful just because of your efforts and help. He only gets used to ignoring it. Treat your efforts as if they were only natural. The male lead was always too good to the female lead before. She almost gave him everything she had. Even his company. It was all thanks to the male lead's family power that they rose to prominence. Unexpectedly, after becoming successful, the first thing was to stab the male lead's family in the back. It even nearly ruined the male lead's entire family. System, is this plot even something a human brain could come up with? The host does not need to worry. I existed precisely to fix the unreasonable parts of the plot. In the story, I was very young. The net worth is hundreds of millions. Social circles are either wealthy or powerful. His friends around him are also social elites. Why is he so obsessed with the female lead? This scumbag. Is this reasonable? Plausible? Because standards are reserved for those who don't love you. Alright? If you say it's reasonable, it's reasonable. Then look at what the plot says. The female lead said her company had just started. I hope I can help her. I hope to have me by your side when you work. I hope she can have a hot meal when she gets home. Systematically studied for half a day. He muttered a sentence. I think the writing is fine. The female lead is loving you and can't live without you. The company has just opened. She needed a free and capable helper. You can enjoy a hot meal when you go home. She was trying to establish her family status. Let a CEO worth over 100 million be his free babysitter. The system fell silent, and I continued to finish it off. One person's success. If only another person can sacrifice themselves to fulfill it, it only shows that he is useless in his own right. My father raised me to be so outstanding. It showed me so many landscapes, teach me so many skills. It's not like I'm being a nanny for a woman. This is simply a loss for society. Think about how many jobs I could create by myself. How many families can be put to life and clothing? How much tax can you pay each year? The system remains silent. I feel relieved. Luckily, I traveled through time. Otherwise, the male lead's life will be irreversible. I had just gotten home that night. He saw Shen Yue sitting on the sofa with a joyful expression. Why did you come back? There were still several open-boxed lunches on the table. Originally, several nannies at home had been dismissed by Shen Yue. In his words, she just doesn't like strangers getting close to her home. After reading the script, I realized he was afraid the servants would notice something. Meanwhile, the system's voice in his mind also sounded. Look, the female lead is actually pretty good to you. As soon as I come home, I greet you with a smile. They thoughtfully prepared dinner for you. System, you really haven't eaten any good pork. If she really cares about me, you can pick me up after work, instead of sitting on the sofa scrolling on your phone. Give me a hug when I come home. She kindly asked if I was tired, hungry or not just standing still. At the very least, he had it in his heart. I'll wait for me to eat together, instead of making me eat the leftover scraps from her. I haven't spoken yet. His phone suddenly vibrated. He hurried to check. He showed a surprised smile. Something happened to the company. I'll go back and deal with it. It's so late. I'm not done yet. His expression changed. I'm doing this for work. Can you be considerate of me? If you can't help me, then forget it. And you hold me back. Never mind. I won't tell you. You don't understand. Watching his hurried departing figure, a cold laugh ran through my heart. If I weren't familiar with the plot, he really did trick her. He went to the company then. It was clearly to pick her up at the airport. The white moonlight that I miss in my heart. At this moment, I suddenly had a flash of inspiration. System, you heard that, right? He said the company had some trouble. The system finally stopped pretending to be clueless. Respond quickly. Heaven and earth, your wishes have manifested. In the original plot, Shen Yue wanted to help his white moonlight welcome the party. I called him. He just used the company as an excuse to brush me off. He even blamed me for affecting his work. He gave me a good scolding. As expected, everything follows the plot. He stayed up all night with his white moonlight. I called her. She scolded me badly. In the end, he stopped answering my calls altogether. I kept sending him WeChat messages with a blank expression. Took him 2 hours to reply. Even through the screen, you could feel his impatience. I said I was busy. Are you annoyed? Afterwards, they completely lost contact. When I called again, it showed the phone was off. He was probably worried I would keep disturbing him and Gu Cheng to rekindle their old feelings. I don't care. Continuing to send messages. Why haven't you arrived at the company yet? Your employees can't get in touch. You've called the police. Previously, I gave Shen Yue a big project. If the project succeeds, he would soar straight into the sky. But now I'm sorry. Ask for more blessings. Shen Yue knew she wouldn't wake up at the hotel until dawn the next day. Beside him lay Gu Cheng, who was also sound asleep. Last night was too wild. Plus, the stimulation of alcohol. The right time, place and people. Directly triggering heavenly thunder and earth fire. The two were passionately passionate. Maybe he felt a bit too much. On the way home, he actually brought me a pancake at a roadside stall. Of course, he still never forgot pay you for me. I was busy all night, and I didn't forget to bring you some food. Let me ask you to help my company. Lala Investment. You always say you don't have time. Chen Mo, do you really love me? Acting is a full set. You play me too. I quietly pinched my own thigh. The pain instantly made my eyes turn red. Baby, you've been so good to me. I excitedly took the pancake and took a bite. Damn, why is it cold? Yet, on the surface, he still wore a cheerful expression. It's so delicious. Baby, I love you even more. Oh no, it seems like the acting went a bit too far. However, the woman's mysterious confidence still exceeded my understanding. He smiled confidently. Just know, be better to me from now on. After all, being able to find such a good woman like me is your good fortune. I suppressed my nausea. He struggled to keep a smile on his face. I don't want to continue this topic. I pressed for answers. Has the company's issue been resolved? Her expression was a bit awkward. She tidied her hair. Of course I will step in. These minor issues are not a big deal. I breathed a sigh of relief. Still shaken, he patted his chest. That's good. Yesterday, your employee called me dozens of times. Said he couldn't contact you. He also said the company was in big trouble. I called and messaged you, but you didn't reply. I figured you must be busy at the office. Babies are still amazing. Such a serious problem was solved overnight. I haven't finished speaking yet. She was already taking out her phone. When he turned on the camera and saw the message, his vision went black. He almost couldn't stand still. Seeing her expression, my heart was overjoyed. On the surface, he looked concerned. What's wrong, baby? Was she too tired last night? Should we go back to our room and rest for a while? Her face turned deathly pale. No mood to answer my question. He grabbed his coat and turned to run outside. I hurriedly greeted her warmly from behind. Baby, where are you going? You've worked hard all night. Take a break. Powerful host, kills without bloodshed. I hummed twice. He casually tossed the pancakes into the trash can. This is where it goes. More exciting later. Kagura Company caught fire unexpectedly last night. This fire not only destroyed all his 2 years of hard work, and also helped him stand out. The chance to reach the peak of life was completely erased. Originally, the test would only need to be passed in 2 days. It can be released to society as a groundbreaking medicine. But because of his negligence, this led to the destruction of all research data. It was a basket of shortcomings. Now he must be regretting it deeply. So he came to me. A complete change from his former arrogance. Flattering me. Our family has been engaged in the production of anti-cancer drugs for generations. He holds absolute authority in this regard. Originally, he had proposed marriage. That is, to take half of the shares I hold. But my parents sternly stopped me. Later, I secretly researched half of the project. Even the researchers were given to him. As our engagement gift. Now I've decided to take it back. I sighed. He threw the pile of waste paper she brought straight into the trash bin. The burn was too severe. Even I couldn't figure it out. After graduation, I managed the company and didn't do research for a long time. Right now, my professional skills aren't as good as yours. Then he continued to comfort you. Busy all night. Rest early. Anyway, you still have other research projects in hand. And soon, results will be born. Not a single one less. His expression turned grim. What kind of person is his own company? He still knew what was going on. All the other projects combined are not as important as this. I kept delivering the final blow. Don't blame yourself too much. After all, you've been busy all night. Tried my best. Trust your employees not to blame you. I deliberately emphasized the word, busy all night. The more he tried to comfort her, the uglier her expression became. It must be said, holding back laughter is also a kind of skill. I forced myself to laugh. She comforted Shen Yue softly. He asked me to lend the researchers to him for a while longer. Redevelop this medicine. I refused on the spot. Shen Yue, you know the company isn't just for me. Lend these people to you for 2 years. It's already my limit. He paused. Eyes flickered. Chen Mo, can you give me another newly developed medicine? Anyway, your group is so big. Not bad for this one. That way I won't have to borrow someone from you. You won't be embarrassed. Damn, this woman is scooping money like crazy. She did make this request in the original storyline. I really am lovesick. He gave her all the medicines that hadn't yet been patented at home. But her efforts were completely ignored. And later, Gu Cheng became his personal assistant. Back in school, Gu Cheng was already jealous of my rich second-generation status. Both openly and secretly, there is no shadow of yin and yang within me. I didn't pay any attention to him. My underling gave me a harsh lesson. Since then, he never dared to appear before me again. Of course, after this incident, his inexplicable hatred for me grew even stronger. At work, she relied on Shen Yue's favor. Fight against me everywhere. And Shen Yue was still on his side. After a very childish setup, he actually locked me in the basement and starved me to death. In the original plot, I'm a total hopeless love-struck person. With his own abilities. Family background just casually showing off your toes. He could drive these two to death. Just as I had this thought, the system's warning sounded. Alert the host. You can't hurt the heroine. Cannot go against the plot. Otherwise, it would lead to the collapse of the world. Alright. Looks like I can only keep pretending to be lovesick. Thinking about dying in a pathetic way in the story. My body trembled, shook his head. I absolutely don't want to die so frustrated. My only thought now is to finish the story quickly. He kicked Shen Yue away. Live your own life. The plot is still developing. Gu Cheng had already come to Shen Yue's company as an assistant. Of course, my phone was also affected. Send me it every now and then. Intimate photos of him and Shen Yue together. Every time they met, he acted like he had 2.58 million yuan, looking incredibly arrogant. I was a little sobbed about this. My mother sells batches in my heart. Under my constant endurance and concession. Finally, I got my chance. Baby, today is your birthday. The surprise I prepared for you half a year in advance. When is the birthday? No way. This is a matter of human life. Can you be a little more generous like a man? After scolding him, he mercilessly closed the door and hurried away. After she left, I calmly wiped away my tears. Did the system hear the second male lead's request? Of course, just now. This system is worried that his wound will heal at any moment. Unable to arouse Shen Yue's protective instincts. So I helped him raise it a little. How high is the standard? A video appeared right in front of me. Gu Cheng in the video was really crying. Even the time my little brother beat him up back then. She didn't cry this badly even when thrown into the bathroom. His arm was held at a strange angle, folded to the back of his head. I was squeezed inside by the deformed body. It's really miserable. I finally don't have to act anymore. After finishing the company's affairs, I spent a week enjoying myself carefreely. Only then did he reluctantly leave. After Gu Cheng's arm was injured, Shen Yue was in his final years. The next period of time, he always found various excuses to call Shen Yue away. Every time Shen Yue left, I prepared the popcorn. This is much more satisfying than watching Hollywood blockbusters. She went through walking, falling downstairs, scalding hands with boiling water, getting hit by flower pots. After a series of unbelievable incidents, robbery, child beatings and more, finally realized something. He shut up, not daring to lie easily anymore. But a habitual liar. How could it be changed so easily? Similarly, every time Shen Yue met Gu Cheng, she used the company warrior as an excuse. But recently, the company has been experiencing frequent problems. Even cockroaches blocked the company door lock. Such low-probability events can happen. Just half a month, his company has failed 3 projects. Even cooperation negotiations still under negotiation were forced to shelve. Now the entire company is shrouded in a shadow. Some veteran employees even said they would invite experts to exorcise evil spirits. He was overwhelmed by this. He also had no time to go to the hospital to care for Gu Cheng while he was recovering. So he came up with a good idea. She asked me to find time to go to the hospital to take care of her. Fortunately, she could come up with it. Let your fiancé take care of his mistress. Even Wu Zetian wasn't this confident. Of course, I refused on the spot. Joke. Look at that disgusting face. I was afraid I couldn't help but kick him twice. Not to mention taking care of her. Because I didn't agree to his request. He gave me the Cold War again. For over a month, she hasn't contacted me. I don't go home either. I secretly felt delighted inside. On the surface, he still sent her those disgusting texts every day. This was a perfect time to focus on handling matters on the group side. I had already restarted research on that anti-cancer drug. The progress is astonishing. I thought my days of freedom wouldn't end so soon. He hadn't expected to receive a call from Shen Yue so soon. Today, Gu Cheng was discharged from the hospital. Her leg also broke a few days ago. He has no friends here. I let her stay at home for a while. Don't go out during this time. Take care of her at home. Gu Cheng also liked gobera and sweet and sour pork ribs. He is a patient. Be nice to him. Before I could speak, they hung up on the other end. Even with my good temper, I almost got so mad I passed out. When this pair of scoundrels came home, I happened to run into myself who was about to leave. Shen Yue helped Gu Cheng slowly walk inside. Afraid these two might be carrying some kind of germ, I even stepped aside a bit. But my action hurt Gu Cheng's sensitive heart again. Chen Mo, if you don't like it, I can say it bluntly. No need to insult me like this. This is really unfair to me. From beginning to end, I never once looked this pair of scoundrels in the eye. Her voice choked with emotion. Her expression was aggrieved. It seems like he's suffered a great injustice. Chen Mo apologized to Gu Cheng immediately. Shen Yue finally began to speak up for justice. The answer to him was my dismissive gaze. Excuse me. You play slowly. I still have to travel. I was almost walking out the door. Shen Yue finally realized. A roar. Hold it. Didn't I ask you to take care of Gu Cheng? Who allowed you to go out? What an idiotic woman. I shrugged helplessly. I didn't promise you. And do you know my net worth? Have you ever calculated how much I can make in 1 minute? And asked me to be a servant. Can you afford the wages? Gu Cheng cried even more aggrieved. Monthly. Why don't I go? I can't let you fight because of me. I said, if you live here, then you stay. Don't worry. No one can bully you. When he looked up again, I had long since disappeared. According to the plot, I was subjected to a round of PUA by Shen Yue. He actually took care of his mistress for her. That period was truly full of frustration. What a pity. I am no longer the person I once was. Besides, I really have something to do when I go out this time. Tourism is just a facade. He went all out to make that anti-cancer drug. Only then could Shen Yue be completely killed of hopes of turning things around. Clinical drugs require at least 6 months of validation. But that's okay. Before that, make a name for yourself. Tell everyone. This drug was developed by our Chun group. Just 2 months. We have finished the product and released this news publicly. For a time, the industry was thrown into turmoil. Now I am the hope that will completely poison Shen Yue. Finally, we can breathe a sigh of relief. Host, congratulations. Soon, you will be able to be yourself with peace of mind. The system said it was fast, and it really was fast. When I returned, Shen Yue changed her previous attitude, become gentle and considerate. His company was already on the verge of bankruptcy. No one invests anymore. All they can do is close the door. So he hoped I would give him some money, or help him attract investment. I thought about the plot. He promised to find her an investment. The original storyline also includes a plot where he brings in investment. But at that time, he announced the development of a special medicine. His reputation soared. Countless investors flocked to actively invest. In the end, they found a big shot. In the end, all that was left was to sign the contract, but it was destroyed by Gu Cheng, and pushed everything onto me. He even slapped me in front of everyone, so angry, and throw me into the rain. He even scolded me not to step out of the manhole cover. Unexpectedly, it started pouring rain that night. I actually stood there for the entire night. Afterwards, I was left with serious aftereffects. Thinking about this, I felt nauseous again. I have my connections. Shen Yue once again reached a cooperation agreement with that big shot. When signing the contract, Gu Cheng really is about to cause trouble again. He sent all the staff away. Play the same old trick. He sat down right on the contract, afraid it wouldn't break. He even twisted it on purpose. Guess what you think? Shen Yue believes you or me? Curled my lips. It doesn't matter who he believes. The important thing is that Gu Cheng is finished. Only a fool like him wouldn't notice. Shen Yue's company was already at its last lull. This collaboration was ruined. What awaits Shen Yue is only bankruptcy, devotion, and the relationship between being a mistress. I want to see what she chooses. Shen Yue wouldn't blame me. He loves me the most. A few minutes later, the door to the conference room was pushed open. Gu Cheng's expression immediately changed. Shen Yue, it's all my fault. I noticed he was sneaking something away. You have to go up and check. But he pushed her down. Accidentally broke the contract. Shen Yue's face was still smiling. As soon as he heard the contract was destroyed, his face changed drastically. What did you say? He suddenly pushed away Gu Cheng, who was blocking his way. He saw the contract with a big buttocks stamped on it. The most important signature above. It has already been ruined by the stains on the buttocks. Shen Yue was about to lose her mind. What did you do? He rushed up and tried to hit me. But he was stopped by the boss's bodyguard. Shen Yue, our cooperation was established by President Chen. Do you think he has any reason? Destroy this contract at the last moment. He was just jealous of Shen Yue treating me well. Gu Cheng hurriedly chimed in from the side. I smiled. He pointed to the newly installed surveillance cameras in the corner. Talking words is pointless. Just look at the surveillance. The moment Gu Cheng saw the surveillance footage, he was completely stunned. Especially when he saw Shen Yue walking toward the surveillance camera. He actually collapsed and fainted. Shen Yue immediately forgot everything. She took Gu Cheng to the hospital. Watching them leave, the boss and I exchanged a smile. Thank you for your help. If your company needs investment, remember to be the first to come to me. I am relieved to have your words. I will definitely contact you immediately regarding cooperation. When Shen Yue arrived at the hospital, all they received was news that the big boss was canceling their cooperation. When he returned home exhausted, it was already late at night. Before he could speak, I spoke up in advance. I spent so many resources and connections to bring you investment. You just threw it away. Do you know how angry he was after you left? He even wants to withdraw our group's investment. Shen Yue knew she was in a bad position, but she stubbornly refused to admit fault. He was even the same as before. Blame all the mistakes on me. If it weren't for your argument with Gu Cheng, this collaboration will not fail either. This collaboration is so important to me. Do you know? Twisting right and wrong yet acting so justified. It must be said he really has some talent. Angry, I threw the surveillance footage at his face. Take a good look yourself and see who really ruined the contract. And even if the contract is broken, just draw another lottery and you'll be satisfied. You were the one who left them there and didn't care about them. Only then did the other party angrily withdraw their investment. After scolding him fiercely, I turned and left home. At times like this, you absolutely can't be with idiots. Otherwise, it could cut down one's life into an abyss. After watching the surveillance footage, I finally realized how wronged I was. Unfortunately, it was too late. Somehow, this matter started to spread. His reputation was ruined too. He has followed him all the way to the team he is today. He was also completely disappointed in his recent performance. They left one after another. His company was on the verge of bankruptcy. After Shen Yue realized that Gu Cheng had deliberately destroyed the contract, so I slowly distanced myself from him. Even if Gu Cheng reached out proactively, it would only be perfunctory. The gentleness of before was gone, but Gu Cheng was unwilling to let this fool go, ready to take a bold chance. That day, Shen Yue was still begging me to meet the big shot again. Let's talk about apologies and cooperation. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Shen Yue took the initiative to go over and open the door. He saw Gu Cheng standing outside the door. At this moment her face was pale, even more pitiable. She murmured softly. 2 streams of clear tears slid down Ye's cheeks. I quietly took out some popcorn. I thought silently in my heart. There is another good show. Ye, I was wrong. You forgive me. I know you hate me, but I just love you so much. I'm afraid of losing you. Afraid you might really fall in love with Chen Mo. I just want to prove how important I am to you. Yeah, I don't have much time left. Shen Yue saw her cry. He had long lost his composure. Hearing him say this again, he asked anxiously, what did you say? What is there to be no time left? Gu Cheng took out a crumpled medical certificate. I had advanced cancer. The doctor said I had at most 3 months left. I am an orphan. She never experienced anyone's affection growing up. He doesn't have long to live either. I only hope you can be in the last days of my life. Stay by my side. I grabbed a big handful of popcorn. If it's exactly the same as the original plot. Honestly, reading novels isn't as satisfying as live-action performances. Shen Yue firmly believed Gu Cheng's words. He agreed on the spot. Even though he had just promised me, he never contacted Gu Cheng again. Promise to devote yourself wholeheartedly to me. In the original storyline I would get angry and question him. They would be morally coerced by Gu Cheng. Shen Yue would call her vicious. Now I take the initiative. Cancer, right? Brain cancer. Gastric cancer. Forget it, I won't ask anymore. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that I agreed. If you have any other requests, just say them. Hear me. Gu Cheng's mind went blank. His mouth outpaced his brain and he uttered 2 words. Wedding. A wedding, right? Okay. Have you ordered the dress? Do you need me to help you find someone? Neither of them expected my reaction. Shen Yue was the first to react. He gave me a satisfied smile. Chen Mo, you did a good job this time. Gu Cheng also showed a triumphant smile. Unfortunately I can't laugh. Otherwise, she'd definitely laugh even louder than he did. Heaven is spiritual, earth spirit. Your wishes have manifested. Gu Cheng's wish had come true. With my strong support, Gu Cheng and Shen Yue held a grand wedding. On the wedding day I made a point to broadcast the entire event. They also invited numerous media outlets to live broadcast. Finally, under the host's guidance, the 2 took a vow to deliver an unwavering speech. The general meaning is that no matter in life, age, illness, or death, they never abandon each other. Never saw the happy wedding night. Gu Cheng coughed up blood and fainted at the wedding. Even after waking up, she was still bewitched. Ignoring the doctor standing nearby, he still looked at Shen Yue with determination. My final wish is for your name to appear on the marriage certificate. Shen Yuan's eyes were filled with tears. No hesitation. He agreed decisively. Let's go. Gu Cheng finally got what he had hoped for. He got his marriage certificate with Shen Yue. He contacted his parents. He wanted them to help spread the news across the internet. No matter how many calls are made, no one answered the call over there. Little did he know, he had long since become an orphan as he wished. Finish it all. Gu Cheng finally revealed her true colors. What are you fighting with me? I will never let go this time. I smiled. Feel relieved. Even death cannot separate you. I didn't expect to end up like this. He still refused to let me go. I just got home that day. He saw Shen Yue comforting Gu Cheng with a cold face. Gu Cheng saw my aggrieved expression. Chen Mo, I didn't expect you to be so ruthless. I'm like this. You still don't let me go. Here comes my last scene. The scenes in the plot that cost me my life. In the original storyline, Gu Cheng was faking illness. He was afraid that things would be exposed. So he thought about getting rid of me. He deliberately hired a killer. During a design accident, Shen Yue saved her. The killer insisted it was a choice between 2 things. I paid him to deal with Gu Cheng. I am always abandoned. That ending was obvious. He locked me in the basement. Until they starved to death. Chen Mo, do you have anything to say? I shrugged. He turned on the TV directly. The killer kept pointing fingers at me. But the TV revealed the truth. In the video, Gu Cheng is seen sitting next to the killer, laughing. Big brother, I didn't expect that silly woman to be quite pretty. Such a dumb brain. You said I was sick and she actually believed me. Be careful that there are ears on the wall. Remember what I entrusted to you. Once I trick him out of all his money. So they sold him to Myanmar. This slut is really tough in bed. It will definitely sell for a lot of money. In the end, he even left behind photos and a stack of cash. Shen Yue pushed Gu Cheng aside. She stared at him in disbelief. Why are you doing this? Gu Cheng was about to speak. He spat out a mouthful of fresh blood. A wave of dizziness struck his eyes, and he knelt on the ground. But at this moment, Shen Yue no longer believed him. Get lost. Just seeing you makes me sick now. He thought Gu Cheng was just pretending. In fact, he really did have cancer. And he didn't have much time left to live. Shen Yue did not believe it. He grabbed the doctor by the collar and forced him to re-examine him. But it's a fact. Gu Cheng's body rapidly deteriorated. Hair fell out completely. He was in so much pain every day that he wailed like a ghost. But they waited for the parents they longed for but never came. Even Shen Yue had never gone to see her. As an upright man, naturally I couldn't stand this kind of behavior. I posted the video of Shen Yue kicking Gu Cheng online. And with the help of the system, they have taken all their recent intimate photos. The video is compiled. I made a PPT and posted it together. All of a sudden, everyone supported Gu Cheng. He harshly scolded Shen Yue, the scumbag. Shen Yue was bitter and couldn't express it. After all, their wedding of the century had only just passed recently. By now, there was no longer any emotion. Gu Cheng hired a lawyer to file a lawsuit for review, because the video I posted was solid evidence. Shen Yue was arrested on the spot and sentenced to 3 years in prison. He was dissatisfied and appealed, and asked me to testify for him. I shook my head. What are you looking for me for? I don't know anything. Fortunately, our relationship has always been secret all these years. She never allowed me to talk about our relationship with others. Only then did she admit that I was her boyfriend. Unfortunately, not a single person believed it. Not long after that, Gu Cheng left this world in pain. Shen Yue also completely lost contact. Logically, the mission was already complete. The system should be gone. Or maybe I should return to my own world. Unfortunately not. I am still in this world. And so, we stayed in this world for another 3 years. In these 3 years, my company has reached a new level. I also became a famous capital tycoon. I thought my life would go on like this, until the day Shen Yue was released from prison. I was getting ready to go to the company for a meeting, but a hunched figure stopped me, startling me. The security guard nearby also rushed over in a hurry, with the system's reminder. I already knew this person was Shen Yue. Chen Mo. I am Shen Yue. I know you must still love me, still waiting for me. It seemed she saw the disdain in my eyes. He was eager to prove himself. Chen Mo. You are the one I love most. If I trick you into going out, you'll get hit by a car and thrown away. The familiar voice rang out again. Heaven is spiritual, earth spirit. Your wishes have manifested. The next second, car suddenly sped out, sending Shen Yue flying with heavy blows. It flew dozens of meters away. He landed and died on the spot. Just when I thought it was all over, the system's voice echoed in my mind. The voice was both unfamiliar and familiar, and carrying endless tenderness. I'm leaving, Chen Mo. From now on, you are free. I widened my eyes. Unbelievable. Finally, something came to mind. Tears. That voice was clearly my own.